So what I wanted to kind of go over with with you, our guy here behind the camera, is what this is. This is the Maverick R. It is one of the most wonky looking cars on the market right now. I say that lovingly. With their new knuckle design, which is this portion down here. This is the upper A-arm, there's a lower A-arm, and then this is the knuckle, which just dramatically increases the leverage that the suspension has on the wheel, on the front wheel. This is not innovative or brand new like this kind of old school trophy truck technology, from what I understand, and it's been around for a while, and they've updated it and made it better. And I honestly think Can-Am did this to be for the attention. It works awesome, don't get me wrong, but I think they did it for the attention, like legit, just to have this like wild, like holy shit, what the is that kind of a thing. So anyway, what it did for us is provide a platform that we could mount a fender with. You know, I don't know if we're going to call the whole thing the fender, or like the fender plus the mud flap part, to block some extra wheel spray. So we already have fender kits that like fender extensions that bolt up to the body of the vehicle to prevent a lot of the wheel spray, and that's mostly to get the stuff that's shooting back and that's like coming up from the wheel here into the cab, right? One of the challenges though with all the UTVs is when you hit a puddle, you send straight up into the air and then you drive into it, right? Like mud and rocks, and even rocks in the desert. Like these chunky tires, they grab them, they shoot them up in the air, and then you drive into them. So yeah, anyway, this will block pretty much all the wheel spray that's going up in the air that you would typically drive into. They actually work really good. It does add a little bit of thickness underneath the knuckle, which is already a challenge. 35-inch tires are about as much as you can get in here, and not even all those will work. In fact, I've heard as you're going really fast, if your tires aren't inflated super high, they'll actually expand up and you'll actually rub on the knuckle. So if you do rub on this, it's super slick material. You know, it's not going to be an issue, and it does add a little bit of thickness underneath it, but not very much. And I want to say like maybe a 1/4 of an inch or something. It's not very much at all. But it is, it's mounted on here like it's freaking solid. The rear portion here is very flexible, and it needs to be for bumping into stuff. This is the Maverick R Knuckle-Mounted Fender with integrated mud flap, and yeah. We're definitely leaning into the yellow here. Yellow is not my favorite color, but I actually kind of like it on there. And honestly, this portion up here is just kind of, we have it removable, so you can take it off, and I don't think you'll gain or lose any performance with this front section. It's just kind of for a little extra color if you did some color on here. Mostly what you're shooting for with the wheel spray part is this section right here. So anything that's going to come vertical and forward a little bit, like straight up and forward a little bit, is what this is going to block and prevent from. And honestly, even if you just ran, like on this other side, we have our actual fender mounted too.
Yeah, talk about the benefits maybe both together.
So both together is like maximum wheel spray protection from getting in the cab from, I mean, that's it. It's max wheel spray protection from getting in the cab. That's our biggest concern, is we're trying to create enough protection that it prevents the majority of wheel spray from getting in the cab where it's really annoying. Not necessarily, you're not going to block all the mud. If you're out playing in the dirt and the mud, like, your machine is absolutely going to get muddy. We're just trying to reduce it without interfering with the performance or the function of the machine, right? Like that's our goal with this stuff. So if you want max protection, you run both. This down here, this is also removable with little thumb screws, so it's, if you're doing like heavy rock crawling or stuff. But between the two, that really keeps, like, for real, the majority of stuff from getting in the cab. And also, honestly, a lot of this front tire roost comes up high and ends up landing on your gear and stuff back here. So again, if you're just trying to protect most of it, that's the thing. This one is purely functional in terms of, so we call this our tag, our trailing arm guard. Trailing arm mud flap might be more accurate, but we've been calling them tags for years. This stuff, if you look at any desert racing kind of stuff, from the Dakar Rally stuff to Baja 1000, everybody runs some kind of midship flap, trailing arm flap, something to help reduce this is again from the front roost to the rear tire, from the front tire. The roost destroys shocks, shock shafts, brakes, anything back in here. It's a non-stop abuse from gravel to sand. Honestly, even the sand duners, when we first developed it for our X3, for the Maverick X3, I was going for more of the desert race car drivers, honestly, but it was the sand duners that started buying it because it just sandblasts your whole trailing arm, your brake components, like all that. So one of the first flats I ever got in a Razor XP1000 like a decade ago was from chucking a big rock back here. It got lodged inside the rim and poked a big old hole in the rim, and that's what that's designed to help prevent. So it's our trailing arm mud flaps. They're and you want them to have some rigidity like this. It's very flexible, right? Like it'll do whatever and it's totally fine. But if it's just a floppy piece of rubber that's hanging down, which is most of our competitors, they flap around. They just don't. You want something that's holding its shape when you're doing 70 miles an hour through the desert or whatever, and actually blocking that wheel spray.
And one of our biggest complaints that we've heard, right, if I'm not mistaken, is the rubber ones will get caught between rock and tire and just rip.
And they'll just rip right off. Right? That's right. Yeah, the rubber ones. That's another problem with the rubber ones, is they'll get pinched between the dirt and the rock, like whatever, and they'll just get torn off. Right. So ours do not do that. So, and then since we're talking about it, rear fenders. Again, we're going for function without taking away from how cool these machines look. So this is designed to also block the vertical tire spray that's coming off the rear wheels, that's coming up and landing in the cab, but also like all over your gear back here. So yeah. So okay, installation on these things, it's not a breeze. I'm not going to tell you it's like the super easiest thing in the world, but on a wrench scale of like 1 to 5 or whatever, like this is probably a 2. Like it is pretty easy. It does take a little time. We ship everything flat, and that's to help keep our costs as low as possible. But it all ships with premium stainless hardware, and we design it to work with the aesthetics of the machine, of the vehicles, and also to be as minimally intrusive as possible. So like right here, you do have to drill 4 holes, right? No, 6 holes. But it's a nice stainless steel bracket. It bolts up nice and easy. We have really good installation videos that Caleb does for us. He does a fantastic job with those. And they are very DIY friendly. They're very DIY friendly. Trailing arm mud flaps, there's no drilling involved. When they literally clamp through the trailing arm here. Most of our machines either do that or some other version that's a very easy install. In fact, this one is a very easy install. These are designed to be, the trailing arm mud flaps are designed to be what am I thinking of here? Designed to be a consumable kind of product. These do not last forever. It's like a tire, like it does wear out depending on how much abuse they get, but they are designed to absorb the abuse that your machine would otherwise take. Replacement flaps are super easy to put on. They're affordable. Good way to go. You can get them in different colors, so if you want to add some splash and color to your machine, you can. Hey, while we're at it, we have one other flap protection, which is this guy right here. I forget what we even call that.
CV guard of some sort.
CV guard. It's for that rear CV boot right there. The driver's side is kind of unprotected, so that just helps with. Again, it's from that front tire roost that comes back here and shoots rocks and shit up at it. The passenger side is naturally protected by the transmission, so it doesn't need it.
And you can see just how much stuff is all over it anyway.
Yep.
And just exactly how that protection works.
Yep.